What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to quickly talk about AMC a little bit. I wanted to give you guys an understanding of exactly what I believe is going to happen. Now, if you do hear something positive, make sure you take it with a grain of salt because it's not something I want people to go out there and just buy into this position and, or double down, average down, whatever they do in order to get their cost basis down and take my opinion as something that will happen. But then again, my opinion ends up being more realistic than everybody else's opinion to where they're like, it's going to the moon or it's going to $100 or whatever. I like to give my realistic opinion of where it's going to be, understand when people can take their profits, and really just understand the overall situation. So before we get started, please hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And remember, if you want a Webull, if you want the platform that I'm using, make sure you go down the link in the description. You can get 2 free stocks if you do sign up using my link and deposit $100. So I wanted to talk about AMC a little bit. Now let's talk about volume first. We can start with how it looks for a week. And this is something I wanted to break down a little bit because if we look at what happened, really when we have that huge uptick here, you can see that we were at 3.2 billion shares of volume. That's where we had a huge uptick to where it went to basically that $20+ mark, right? And then you've seen the downturn at which we had 1.4 billion on the downtick where we had restricted trading. So a lot of people were selling. They couldn't do anything with their positions. They couldn't buy any more positions. They wanted to average down, but they couldn't do it. The price kept going down. People kept getting scared, and they dropped out of their position. I understand. Then you could see these 2 weeks right here. So these 2 weeks right here, you could see we had the lowest volume we had in a while. So we had 497 million and 266 million. So it was something where we did not have a ton of volume. We did not have a ton of movement. And then we got to this last week. This last week was something that a lot of people were excited about because of the fact that we've seen 1.3 billion right here. Now, looking at this, 1.3 billion is huge. I mean, I love seeing that much volume, but obviously on the uptick, seeing it positively. But if we break down by day, we can see that things really pushed up as we got basically to the 22nd. The 22nd is where you've seen an uptick in volume, 165 million. Then it moved up to 263 million. Then it jumped up to 333 million. And then we had a huge red day that brought us down to 439 million. So that's obviously it brought us up to 439 million, but you look at the overall price, it was something that went down, so we had a lot of people selling, a lot of short selling, a lot of short laddering. We had a lot of manipulation basically going on because a lot of people were positive about this, thought this was a popular position to get into, continuing to drive this up. You could see how much volume we had. This wasn't just from these short sellers. We had a number of people that were still interested in buying into it, but we still hold a ton of shares. So really we only have a limited amount that we can buy into. So looking at this, you can see we had a crazy amount of volume. And then we look at Friday, we had basically no volume there. 134 million, which is still 134 million. That's still a lot, but 134 million is nowhere near where it should have been. You've seen it increase every single day. And the fact that it was 400+ million and it still went down was absolutely ridiculous. So looking at the volume, you could say that there was some sort of manipulation here. They seen the price going up too much. They were like, look, we can't cover our shorts at these prices. We have to bring these down somehow. They do some sort of manipulation, and that's how it ends up going. So just looking from a volume perspective, you can see exactly what happened. You could see that there is some sort of manipulation. You could see in these instances to where it was going up these days, you've seen a lot of sell orders coming in, but you didn't actually see the amount of buy orders coming in. And that the reason for that is because I believe that there's manipulation that's happening. And it's the reversal of manipulation to where they had that manipulation in the beginning. Maybe it was the naked shorts, the short laddering, all that stuff. And then the reversal of that manipulation showed basically no buying power while you had all of this selling power, but the price was still going up. Then you see all of these maybe naked shorts, maybe short laddering. We can't really tell you this is exactly what's happening, but it seems that way. And then that's why you've seen, a huge downtick, even though we had a crazy amount of volume. So as we get into the day, we can see what happened. Let's go with the last 5 days. As we get into the last 5 days, you can see what happened. We went up to that basically $11 or $12 mark, right? And a lot of people were happy about that. We closed at $9 that day, went all the way up to $11, while GME went all the way up to $200. And we were excited about that. We were like, all right, this is definitely going to push up. The next day it's going to push up. No, it ended up decreasing, dropping down significantly, down to basically $7, and then started to hover in the post-market and pre-market. And then the next day it pretty much was flat, which Fridays is usually low volume, so I understand. Now, my overall opinion of AMC is that yes, we can have a push in volume. We can have something that increases dramatically, but we still fall to these manipulations that they do. We still end up falling short when it comes to all of the manipulation that they're putting in place. So, and I can't prove it, right? I can't prove that they're doing any short ladder. I can't prove that they're shorting it. But what I can prove is that we're holding a crazy amount of shares of AMC. And with this being such a highly held position, it makes no sense why the stock price is that low. Even though the value of it may be $10 to $15, with us holding so many shares, the value should be a lot higher. It should be up in that $20, maybe even closer to $30 range, because we're holding so many shares. Supply and demand. We have so much supply, or we have so little supply, and we have so much demand for it. So people are so excited about this, and the fact that we are not seeing increases is something that, gets me down, gets a lot of people down, gets a lot of people scared. And they're just looking to do this manipulation off and on, scare people out of their positions. They can buy long, then end up riding the price on the way up, making a ton of money. They're going to find a way to end up making money out of this whole deal, no matter what. So if you look at it, from history, hedge funds, banks, anybody that's like a billionaire, they've all been stubborn throughout their whole entire lifetime, through every single bad situation that could possibly happen to them. You look at 2008, 2009, they were stubborn, doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down as many times as they could until everything pretty much burst. And once everything burst, they ended up getting bailed out anyway. So no matter what, they didn't lose a ton of money, right? So this is the same thing that they're looking to happen here. I mean, they're looking to be stubborn, looking to be greedy, and they're basically saying, you know what, I'm right. No matter what you're doing, I'm right. And the fact that they don't have interest or a high amount of interest that they would pay on these shorts is ridiculous. Quick, just to give my overall opinion of what could happen, I believe that we will see the stock price increase, but I think it's going to be, spurts here and there. I don't believe it's going to be that crazy increase that we're expecting to see. Not now, anyways. I did say that there was always going to be this slow movement up, and that the value of the stock was $10 to $15. I still believe that now. But all of this depends on what the hedge funds are going to do. Because right now it looks like their strategy is to drive the price up a little bit, scare people out of their position by knocking the price down very quickly, and then end up probably buying into those positions, or, shorting more positions in order to bring it down more, scaring more people out, then driving the price up again, and then, selling off and getting people scared. It's basically wash, rinse, and repeat. That's basically what they're doing. And that's my opinion of what's actually happening. And I don't think they're going to let us get to $20 until it gets to like the last second, the last resort. And a lot of people can't hold on to this money. I don't want to hold on to it for that long, because I can make so much more money with that $15,000 that's in this. I can make so much more money elsewhere by doing that. Luckily, I have more money that's coming into Webull, so I really don't have to worry about that now. But I would like to take all of that money, invest it into other areas, and make decent profits. Because if this only gets to 20, I'm making $17,000 from it, which is a lot of money. But throughout time, if it goes months and months and months, I can make easily $17,000. So this is where it ends up being tricky. And it's like, should I have taken my profits at $11 and then, ended up buying in lower? Am I going to see this to where it's a trend going up, down, up, down? Is that going to be it? Because if that's it, then I'm just going to predict it and say high, low, and I'm going to end up buying and selling and buying and selling. But the ultimate goal is to hold on to it once we get to the point to where that bubble will burst, which we don't know when it will burst. So that's my opinion, guys. Let me know exactly what you think. I believe that it could happen, but it still all depends on what the hedge funds are going to control, how much they want to control. Also, the interest rates. If they had higher interest rates, it would squeeze them out of their short positions. But the fact that they don't have high interest rates is something that they can just sit on it and let it sit for a long period of time. And they're continuing to off any short positions that have huge interest rates while getting rid of or while buying into something that has a lower interest rate. So let me know what you think about AMC. If you think that it's going to skyrocket right now, if you think that Fidelity's projections are right, saying it's going to get to $600 in middle of May or something, let me know what you think, but make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos just like this one. Any type of investing videos. I'm going to be creating memberships soon in order to basically give my day trading stock picks. I'll put out some other videos on day trading versus swing trading, just so that you understand exactly what the differences are, because some people don't understand. But that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.